Alright TM Nation, what you're looking at is a pair of true wireless earbuds that I've had for about 2 weeks, and they have impressed me in pretty much every area that I've tested them out in. These are the UGREEN X6 true wireless earbuds, and they feature some pretty nice specs for the $69 retail price. But at the time of the video, there's also an extra $11 off coupon for these on Amazon, making them an even nicer deal. At that price, these are gonna give you Bluetooth 5.1 with a low latency gaming mode, up to 26 hours of total use when you factor in the extra charges that the case will provide, 6 built-in mics for voice calls with real clear voice technology that will help focus on capturing your speech and reducing some of your ambient noise. And these also feature hybrid active noise canceling for the spec highlights. I will go over more of the specs and features of these earbuds a little later on in the video, but first, taking a look at what you get inside of the box, you get everything you would need to get the earbuds up and running, to include your user manual and documentation, a USB Type-C cable for charging, 2 different size sets of ear tips so you can see which ones fit in your ears the best, and last but certainly not least, you get your earbuds along with the charging case. Taking a look at the case first, the design for me is okay. It is a little bit on the thicker side, but it should still fit in a normal sized pocket, backpack, or purse. That being said, it does feel sturdy in the hands, and it's a pretty straightforward design. You don't have too much going on the outside besides your UGREEN branding on the top. You have your battery indicator light in the front, and on the back is where you have your USB Type-C charging port and your pairing button. For the battery life, as I mentioned earlier, you can get up to 26 hours of total use when you factor in the case, but with the earbuds you'll get closer to 6. If you choose to use ANC on the whole time, you'll get closer to 5.5 hours on a single charge, but these do feature quick charging. This being the case, if you're running low on battery and you just need a little bit of juice to get through your workout or the last little bit of work, you can throw the earbuds into the charging case for 10 minutes and that will give you about 2 hours worth of use. It's also important to note that you can charge the case from completely dead in as little as 2 hours. But one thing that I do not want to forget to mention is that this case does not support wireless charging, unfortunately. Moving on to the design of the earbuds, they do have the stems as you can see, but they're not too long or too short in my opinion. For me, they're pretty much the perfect size to put them in and take them out of my ears pretty easily. For the form factor, they aren't mini earbuds, but they aren't overly large or overly heavy in my ears. If being discreet is your thing, these earbuds are gonna stick out some depending on the overall curvature of your face. Somebody walking either directly towards you or coming up behind you will likely be able to see them just slightly, but other than that, they shouldn't be crazy noticeable. As far as the comfort, I've worn these for a couple of hours at a time without any ear fatigue, discomfort, or anything of that nature. They're also pretty lightweight, so they never felt like an obstruction while I had them in my ears. Now, I did use these for exercise, guys, and they stayed in place relatively well until I became sweaty. That's when they started to move around just a bit. This was to be expected a little bit because the design of the earbuds doesn't have any wings or ear hooks to keep them in place. So if you're going to be doing activity that requires you to do a lot of movement or sweat a lot, you're probably going to have to reposition them so they don't fall out. But one thing that's good about the design of these earbuds is that they never malfunctioned even when they became wet. They do have an IPX5 certification. But as always, I did do my water test by spraying water all around the earbuds just to see how they would react while being wet. Let's take a look at what happened. Like I said in the intro, these are rocking Bluetooth 5.1, and I did play some Call of Duty Mobile with them and everything was fine even without the gaming mode turned on. There was a slight bit of latency, but it was still playable. Now moving on and touching on the ANC that you'll get with these earbuds, they perform well in my opinion. I did my normal outside testing in the evening time while all of the neighborhood kids were outside playing, and they did a decent job of reducing most of that noise. Now of course, they were not able to get rid of loud booms and bangs, but they did do a good job of reducing sounds such as light talking, buzzing, and humming. Now these are not going to cancel out as much of your ambient noise as higher end Sony and Bose earbuds, but in my estimation, I would say that they do about 60 to 75%. And as far as the playback controls, they're going to be executed by touch, and so far they have been really accurate. I have had no issues. I'm also extremely happy to note that you have all of your playback controls with these. You can control your tracks, your calls, your voice assistant, your volume, switch from gaming mode to normal mode, and turn ANC on or off. As far as the amount of sound leakage that you'll get with these earbuds, they are gonna leak some sound, but I don't think it's that bad considering how loud they get. But as always, I did do my leakage test so that you guys can judge for yourselves. Let's take a listen. So now that we've gotten most of the specs and features out of the way, let me go ahead and touch on the sound quality that these have provided for me so far. To my ears, these provide an extremely well-rounded sound. The highs and mids are crisp and clear. I'm able to hear most of the detail in my music, and the bass is deep and punchy as well. And I really mean that, guys. These are not your average bass earbuds. These are gonna give you a nice thump in the low end. I'm telling you, it impressed me. They also do get more than loud enough for my personal liking, and even when I max them out, I don't get that much distortion. Overall, guys, these sound extremely good in my opinion. I do like a lot of bass, and I like the clarity as well for a pair of earbuds that do not have a companion app that allows you to adjust the EQs. Out of the box, these sound pretty much exactly how I would want them to sound if I tuned them myself. All in all, guys, I think you get the picture. I really like the way that these earbuds sound, and for the price, they're up there in my top 5. In terms of the call quality, like I said earlier, these do have built-in mics for voice calls. They actually have 3 on each earbud. I have made quite a few voice calls using the mics on the earbuds, and so far nobody has complained about how I sounded, but I did take a sample for you to judge for yourselves. Let's check it out. Alright guys, so right now I have the UGREEN earbuds paired to my iPhone 13 Pro. As you can see, the audio that you're hearing is coming directly from the microphones on the earbuds. I'm not going to do any type of editing to this audio, so this should give you a pretty good idea of how these will perform for voice calls. So taking everything into consideration, guys, I think that these are extremely solid for the price, for right around 60 bucks on sale. The sound quality is really good in my opinion. The call quality is respectable. You're also getting respectable battery life with quick charging and low latency at about 50 milliseconds for those of you that like to do a lot of mobile gaming with your earbuds. Even though earbuds with the stems are not my go-to style, I think that the performance that you get here for the price is undeniable. Before you get on out of here, if you rock with the channel and your boy Tech Mo, hit that subscribe button and knock that notification bell out so you won't miss any of my uploads. Welcome to TM Nation. Peace.